Hello everyone. In the face of nature's raw power, few phenomena are as awe-inspiring and potentially devastating as a volcanic eruption. As an emergency and disaster management expert, I'm here to guide you through understanding these geological events and, crucially, how to navigate them to ensure your safety. This isn't just about knowledge, it's about preparedness, resilience, and survival. Let's delve into the world of volcanoes, their eruptions, and the essential steps you need to take before, during, and after they unleash their fury. At its heart, a volcano is a vent or fissure in the Earth's crust through which molten rock, known as magma, beneath the surface, and lava, once it erupts, along with gases, ash, and pyroclastic material, are expelled. These geological formations are often found where tectonic plates collide, diverge, or experience hotspots within the Earth's mantle. The causes of a volcanic eruption are complex but fundamentally driven by the immense pressure building up beneath the Earth's surface. Magma, less dense than the surrounding solid rock, rises. As it ascends, dissolved gases within the magma, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide, begin to expand due to decreasing pressure, much like bubbles forming in a shaken soda bottle. When this pressure exceeds the strength of the surrounding rock, an eruption occurs. Eruptions vary dramatically in their intensity and style. Some are effusive, characterized by the slow outpouring of lava flows, which, while destructive to anything in their path, often allow for evacuation. Others are explosive, violently ejecting ash, volcanic bombs, large rocks. Pyroclastic flows, fast-moving, superheated mixtures of gas and volcanic debris, and volcanic gases high into the atmosphere. The type of eruption depends on factors such as the magma's viscosity, thickness, gas content, and the geological structure of the volcano. The impact of a volcanic eruption can be widespread and long-lasting, affecting not only the immediate vicinity, but also regional and even global systems. In the immediate zone, the dangers are manifold. Lava flows can incinerate everything in their path. Pyroclastic flows are among the most lethal volcanic hazards, capable of traveling at hurricane speeds and reaching temperatures of hundreds of degrees Celsius, leaving virtually no chance of survival for anyone caught in their path. Volcanic bombs and ashfall can cause significant structural damage to buildings, injure or kill people and animals, and disrupt transportation and communication networks. Ashfall, even at considerable distances from the volcano, poses numerous threats. It can contaminate water supplies, disrupt agriculture by burying crops and poisoning soil, cause respiratory problems, reduce visibility to near zero, and make roads and runways dangerously slippery. The weight of accumulated ash can also cause roofs to collapse. Volcanic gases, such as sulfur dioxide, can lead to acid rain, damaging vegetation, infrastructure, and aquatic ecosystems. In large quantities, certain volcanic gases can also pose direct health hazards. Furthermore, volcanic eruptions can trigger secondary hazards. Earthquakes are common in volcanic regions and can be exacerbated during eruptive periods. Landslides and lahars, volcanic mudflows, a slurry of water, ash, and debris, can travel far from the volcano, devastating valleys and settlements downstream. Eruptions occurring near or beneath ice caps or glaciers can cause rapid melting, leading to glacial outbursts and flooding. On a global scale, large explosive eruptions can inject significant amounts of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere. This gas reacts to form sulfate aerosols, which can reflect sunlight back into space, potentially causing temporary global cooling. Surviving a volcanic eruption hinges on preparedness. Understanding the risks in your area and having a plan in place can significantly increase your chances of safety. What to do before a volcanic eruption? Know the risk. Determine if you live in a volcanic hazard zone. Your local emergency management agency will have this information. Understand the specific hazards associated with nearby volcanoes, such as ashfall zones, potential lava flow paths, and lahar routes. Sign up for alerts. Register for local emergency notification systems. These systems provide crucial warnings and instructions during an event. Develop a family emergency plan. Discuss what to do in case of an eruption. Establish meeting points outside the hazard zone and ensure everyone knows how to get there. Designate an out-of-state contact person who family members can check in with. Prepare an emergency kit. This is vital. Your kit should include a 3-day supply of non-perishable food and water, at least 1 gallon per person per day, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio and a NOAA weather radio with tone alert and extra batteries. flashlight and extra batteries, first aid kit and a manual, medications, both prescription and over-the-counter, and any necessary medical supplies, multi-purpose tool, sanitation and personal hygiene items like moist towelettes, garbage bags and plastic ties, local maps, cell phone with chargers and a backup battery, dust masks or N95 respirators for each person, protective eyewear such as goggles, sturdy shoes, long-sleeved shirts and long pants, a whistle to signal for help, cash and important documents in a waterproof container. Prepare your home. Reinforce your roof if you live in an ashfall zone. Consider installing storm shutters or having plywood and plastic sheeting available to protect windows and doors from ash. Learn how to shut off ventilation systems. Practice your plan. Conduct regular drills with your family so everyone knows what to do in an emergency. Know evacuation routes. Familiarize yourself with designated evacuation routes and have alternative routes in mind in case primary routes are blocked. Have a vehicle ready with a full tank of fuel. What not to do before a volcanic eruption. Ignore warnings. Never disregard official warnings or evacuation orders. These are issued for your safety. Fail to prepare. Assuming an eruption won't happen to you is a dangerous mistake. Preparedness is your best defense. Rely solely on technology. Power outages and communication disruptions can occur. Have backup plans that don't depend on electricity or internet. Neglect insurance. Ensure you have adequate insurance coverage for potential volcanic hazards if you live in an at-risk area. Understand your policy's limitations and exclusions. Become complacent. Even if a volcano has been dormant for a long time, it doesn't mean it won't erupt again. Stay informed about the volcanic activity in your region. When a volcanic eruption is underway, your immediate actions can be life-saving. Listen carefully to official instructions and act decisively. What to do during a volcanic eruption? Follow evacuation orders immediately. If authorities issue an evacuation order, do so without delay. Time is critical, especially in the face of fast-moving hazards like pyroclastic flows and lahars. Follow designated routes and do not take shortcuts. Seek shelter indoors. If you cannot evacuate or are caught in an ashfall, seek shelter indoors immediately. Close all windows and doors and seal any gaps with damp towels or duct tape to prevent ash and gases from entering. Protect yourself from ashfall. If you're outdoors during ashfall, use a dust mask or N95 respirator. If you don't have one, use a damp cloth to cover your nose and mouth. Wear protective eyewear like goggles to shield your eyes from irritation and abrasion. Wear long-sleeved shirts, long pants, and sturdy shoes to protect your skin. Keep skin covered to avoid irritation from ash. Avoid driving. Driving during heavy ashfall can be dangerous due to reduced visibility and slippery roads. Ash can also damage vehicle engines. If you must drive, do so slowly with headlights on and be aware of road conditions and potential hazards. Stay informed. Monitor official news and emergency broadcasts for updates and instructions. Use your battery-powered or hand-crank radio if power is out. Be aware of secondary hazards. Be prepared for potential earthquakes, landslides, and lahars. If you are near a river or stream downstream from a volcano, be particularly vigilant for lahar warnings. Lahars can occur with little to no warning and are extremely destructive. If caught in a lahar, try to get to the highest ground possible immediately. Lahars flow rapidly and have immense power. If caught near lava flows are generally slow-moving, but they are incredibly hot and destructive. Avoid them entirely. Do not try to cross or get close to a lava flow. If outdoors during pyroclastic flow. These are extremely dangerous and difficult to survive if caught directly. Seek immediate shelter behind a substantial barrier or in a depression if no sturdy building is nearby. Protect your head and body as much as possible. However, evacuation before a pyroclastic flow is the best defense. What not to do during a volcanic eruption. Ignore warnings or evacuation orders. This is the most critical mistake you can make. Go sightseeing. Volcanic eruptions are not tourist attractions. Stay away from the danger zone. Use elevators. Power outages can trap you in elevators. Use stairs. Overexert yourself. Heavy ashfall can make breathing difficult. Avoid strenuous activity. Panic. Stay calm and think clearly. Follow your emergency plan and official instructions. Assume the eruption is over. Volcanic activity can be intermittent. Wait for official all-clear notices before venturing out. Drive through deep ash. It can stall your vehicle and make it difficult to escape. Remove protective gear prematurely. continue wearing your mask and goggles as long as ash is present in the air. The aftermath of a volcanic eruption can be challenging. It's crucial to remain cautious and follow official guidance during the recovery phase. What to do after a volcanic eruption? Wait for the all clear. Do not return to the affected area until authorities have declared it safe. There may be ongoing hazards such as continued eruptions, unstable ash deposits, or the risk of lahars. Continue monitoring information. Stay informed about the situation through official news sources and emergency broadcasts. Be aware of lingering hazards. Ashfall can continue to pose risks. Landslides and lahars can still occur, especially after rainfall. Volcanic gases may still be present in hazardous concentrations in some areas. Wear protective gear. When outdoors, continue to wear a dust mask or respirator, goggles, long sleeves and long pants to protect yourself from ash and other hazards. Check on neighbors. If it is safe to do so, check on your neighbors and offer assistance if needed. Use caution when entering buildings. Ash accumulation can weaken roofs and structures. Enter buildings carefully and inspect for damage. If you suspect structural damage, do not enter. Ventilate buildings. Once it is safe, open windows and doors to ventilate buildings and remove ash. Be careful not to stir up dust. Clean up ash carefully. Use water to dampen ash before sweeping or shoveling to prevent it from becoming airborne. Avoid using vacuums as they can clog and spread fine ash particles. Dispose of ash properly as it can be heavy and toxic.